Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us remember God. Let us chant Om 3 times together. Bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the saints and sages, the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to the entire creation and all of you. Good afternoon. By the grace of God and Gurus, having some opportunity to live together in one place, meditate together, in other words, like a temporary ashram. We are here for few days, few means not even complete 3 days. Whatever may be the time duration, we should be grateful and thankful to God and Gurus and use every moment, every breath for our own spiritual growth, for our inner transformation, and at the same time for peace in the whole world. Now is the holy month of the Muslims. They are celebrating Ramadan. This is the holy period for the Jews. This is the time when Moses brought his people from slavery to freedom. This is the holy period for the Christians. Today is Sunday before, Good Friday. And what to tell about the Hindus, for them every day is a holiday. Somebody asked in joke, and even I asked people in India, why do we have Sunday as the holiday in India? They didn't know. Because as a way it passes on, nobody thinks why. Then I made it little clearer. All are educated and intellectuals. I said, I go to the Middle East, they have Friday the holiday. have been to Israel. They have Saturday holiday. And on Saturday, I have stayed in the hotel in Israel. The elevator moves so slow, you need not have to push the button which floor you want to go, because those who are orthodox, they will not switch on and switch off. They will not do anything, just they follow their way. Then I asked in India, why Sunday? Still then they couldn't say why. I said it's because in India it was ruled by the British for a good period of time, nearly 2 centuries. It was holiday for them. Sunday was holiday for the Christians to go to the church. I remember as a schoolboy, on Fridays my Muslim friends from my school, my class, used to disappear for some short time from classes with a note to the principal and come back. I was curious and I asked, where are you going to? Today's Friday, we go for prayer. It was nice to see people from different faiths. They have their, when they asked people in India, they couldn't say why Sunday is holiday. Then, and it is true, for the Hindus, which day to celebrate as a weekly off day for special prayer. They have no days, because every day is special in some. Yesterday was 11th moon for some people, and today is also 11th moon for some people. However, so during these special days, people from different faiths praying, meditating, and we are here for few hours to sit together to keep our mind more focused, more clear, to have right understanding. And at the same time, we are in a place which is dedicated with the name of a saint of humanity. I will not tell saint of Catholics. I love him. In the strict sense, as a Catholic, I am not a Catholic, but I love him. The place named after Saint Francis. To tell you, during these 29 years of travel from country to country, teaching and meditating, in West, out of few places which has touched my heart a lot, and my mind finds if there is some opportunity to go there again and again, one is Assisi. So, Saint Francis of Assisi, we are in his place. I'm offering my love to him. I don't know how many of you have watched the lives of saints. I stopped watching movie when I was a college student. I started watching movie as a college student. Before that, no. As a schoolboy, no. And at that time, there was no television, and television at home, it was not there. I started at the age of 17. I ended at the age of 19. Nearly 2 years, little less than 2 years, I watched movies. One day, after watching a movie in the theater, a friend of mine wanted to meet his professor at his residence, and he wanted me to accompany him. We went together, young, in our late teen. The professor, he was not my teacher, but he was there at the same time. Asked, young man, from where are you coming to? Coming from? So I told joyfully, from cinema house. From cinema house. He was quite a bit idealist. Is it good to watch movie? He asked. Then other discussion my friend had. That day I decided I will not watch movie. Goodbye to movies. I told the other day, maybe you must be there. Some people think, even till now they think, I'm very stubborn. If I decide something to do, I'll do it. No movie. I had a bicycle with me in my college. Staying in the college campus, and the classes few hundred meters away, no need of bicycle, but I had a bicycle. One day I'm going, spontaneously, without my, awareness, my bicycle stopped in front of a movie cinema house. I looked at the huge, poster. It is written Sampurna Mahabharata, complete Mahabharata, the movie, and it is a mythological movie. The mind created temptation. Watch. Previously, you watched every week one movie. Now for months you have not watched any movie, just one movie, once in few months. Not a bad deal, the mind is telling. Then the stubborn mind within is telling, no. Again the mind is telling, it is not a bad movie, it is on mythology, Mahabharata. Again from within, no, you know Mahabharata, what more you will watch? Then I met my Gurudev sometime later. Slowly we got close and close. In my 20s, one day Gurudev told me, have you watched the movie Gandhi? I never expected this question from Sri Gurudev, because I had my own idea of Guru, and here the Guru is talking on movie and he is asking, have you watched it? So I said, no, you should watch it. But I have decided not to go to cinema hall, and we didn't have video or television to watch. So this thought was in my head till I came to West. It was there I forgot. It was in 1994 in Europe, in ashram in Holland. I was sitting in their dining hall. There was a cupboard with some books and some movies, video. I was just looking. Then I saw Gandhi. You see, the desire within, or the desire created by, all right, it is by Gurudev also. You should watch. I forgot all this, but watching that, the video, Gandhi, then the desire came up. The program was over. It was 10 days program. We had some free time a day, so I wanted to watch Gandhi. I sat down and watched Gandhi. It was a really interesting movie. I knew Gandhi, I read a lot about him, I read a lot written by him as a young boy. Then when they saw that I loved to watch Gandhi, somebody brought a set of videos, few hours. Gandhi was also a long movie. It was Jesus of Nazareth. This is the series, few hours. So I sat down after Gandhi, I watched video Jesus of Nazareth. Then somebody brought the Mahabharata. That day you cannot imagine, I was sitting like this, one after the other, Gandhi, Jesus of Nazareth and Mahabharata. It was, and all were astonished or surprised to see me sitting there and looking at the television like this. That was first time watching television or this movie for such long period of time. Just like I read about Gandhi as a little schoolboy, and in India, the children are taught also the story or life from Gandhi, or his teachings, his activities, little bit, all are more or less they know. The same way about Jesus. The first introduction to Jesus as a schoolboy from school book, it is the parable of Good Samaritan. And then introduction to Jesus by the missionaries. They were, at that time, I don't know what is happening now, they were going from door to door and distributing Christian literature and speaking on Jesus. And the literature in Odia language, so I was fond of reading, so I collected and started reading. The first introduction to a saint was Saint Francis and his prayer, the simple prayer. Many of us we know, "O Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace." During this, my same stay in Europe, because once you start something, people saw and they, oh, he likes this. What happened, I went to the group meditation in Vienna. It was during my first weeks of staying in Vienna, at a disciple's apartment. They had some tea, some cookies and some nuts. I didn't know all this. You were coming to meditate and go, and why all this? But it was there. So before meditation, some people taking tea or this. So while meditation was finished, I was to leave. Would you like to take something? So I didn't want, but I took one pistachio, put it in my mouth. That's all, one. Do you know what happened? The problem is packets of pistachio later on. The same thing happened with this movie. Somebody brought a movie, Brother, Sun and Sister Moon. So I don't want to watch movies. I said, no, it is not a movie. It is the life of Saint Francis. Saint Francis? Okay, I'll watch it. Then I watched it, Brother, Son and Sister. It was quite nice. I liked it. The thought of Saint Francis came again. He was born in a very rich family, young man. And as the young man loved to have, why young man? Everybody loves to have power. So, some people love to have money power. Some people love to have manpower. So, just to tell you, this power is the quality of the Divine Mother. And power is feminine. Power is feminine. Power is, in other word for power is energy. In German language, energy is feminine. The energy, this feminine. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. The Divine Mother who is present in all in the form of Shakti, power or energy, I bow to her again and again. A child was helpless, and child means baby. Even the cat and dog, those who are so pet, so cute and we love, that also creates fear in the baby or the child, initially not going close. We, from childhood, wanted to grow up with strength, power, energy, authority, all. And Francis, as young man, he also wanted it. But something happened to him, it brought change in his life. And complete transformation from playful, extrovert, restless, jovial young man into a completely quiet, reflective, and this change. Thinking of life of St. Francis, and since last few days from Australia till here, till yesterday we discussed, we will continue the same discussion on one verse from the Upanishad, Isha Upanishad, first mantra. And it is very interesting and thought-provoking, and it speaks how to live a spiritual life. Just one mantra. Ishavashyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjithaha ma grudhaha kasyasvit dhanam. This is the mantra. The simple translation of this mantra, Ishavashyam idam sarvam, God or the Lord lives everywhere, permeates everything. Yatkincha jagatyam jagat, in this changing world, in this phenomenon world, everywhere is His presence. Tena tyaktena bhunjithaha, live a life of enjoyment, but with the sense of detachment and renunciation. Ma grudhaha, never be greedy, never covet for, never aspire to accumulate more and more. Kasyasvit dhanam, whose wealth is this? This is the mantra. We have been discussing, suppose God is everywhere. Do we accept it? God is omnipresent. Do we believe in it? If God is omnipresent, for example, we are sitting for meditation. This floor on which we are sitting, it is floor or God? What happened from our childhood, we have been taught, we have our own idea of God. God is somewhere. God is everywhere. It is not really practically taught to us. God is everywhere. God is everything. It is not taught to us. So here when it is said God is everywhere, and if we accept it, very simple thing, how to live, how to move. If God is everywhere, God is everything. Whatever you see, there is presence of God, nothing else. From individual life, if I am sitting on this cushion is matter. But matter is not matter, it is presence of God. We discussed yesterday, God has three aspects. The Vedas declare Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness and bliss. Sat Chit Ananda, immortality, knowledge and bliss. God is immortal, God is existence. As existence aspect of the divine, anything that exists is also presence of God, nothing else. What happened in our human thinking? We divided living and non-living. Non-living as inert, as matter. Living, again we divided into two, moving and non-moving. Non-moving we call as the trees, creeper, they are at one place stationary. Moving like you, me, animals, birds, even the insects, all these are moving. So in this way what we went on dividing and separating, and then we said we are the human beings. We are the best. Among the human beings, again we divided. He is man, I am woman. The man considered the man is superior, not the woman. And not as a criticism, but as a humorous thought, even people believed the women have no soul. You know this?
No.
Women have no soul. It was also, people believed it for centuries and centuries. Nowadays, it is the age of internet, and information you can find very easily. When I was reading and writing, and for example, when Sri Gurudev told me to write a book on the Bible, it was in 1995. You can imagine how much